News for auto enthusiasts, particularly bikers. Bajaj Auto is all set to launch the world's first CNG bike today. You're at the launch event. Tell us more.
Well, this is going to be a big disruptor, according to the Bajaj Auto Group. They have been working on the CNG motorcycle for the last 2 to 3 years. And Nitin Gadkari today, someone who's a big proponent of alternate fuels, is going to be here to launch that vehicle. Now, in terms of the pricing, we hear that Bajaj Auto would like to keep it very competitive. It could be anywhere between 80 to 90,000 rupees, marginally higher than the petrol version of a 125cc motorcycle. This is a completely ground-up new platform, new product that has been developed by the company for the value-conscious consumer. So they're targeting someone with a salary bracket of 40 to 50,000 rupees per month. This motorcycle will have a toggle switch, which allows you to move flexibly between a CNG tank and a fuel tank as well. So this gives you two options, and it will allow you to drive your motorcycle over longer distances as well. We've accessed some exclusive pictures which show that it has a round LED headlamp, a very bright blue theme as a color, which will be one of the color themes. It also has a long seat as well. And there are two tanks in the vehicle, one for CNG and one for petrol. We are also hearing that the exports of this vehicle will also take place, maybe to 5 to 6 geographies, initially to Egypt and Bangladesh maybe. The first launch of the vehicle may be for Maharashtra, and slowly they would like to expand it all across the country. Now, in terms of the success of the vehicle, if this vehicle is successful, then Bajaj Auto would definitely like to have a full portfolio of CNG motorcycles. And Rajiv Bajaj had even once said that they would like to deploy it across their product segments. So they have a very ambitious CNG program going here. There is no such competitor in the India market. CNG sales have actually grown 33% year on year between January to June this year. So there is a big opportunity there that Bajaj Auto feels. And if it's successful, they feel that it could be a disruptor in the entry-level segment where Hero MotoCorp is a market leader.
This is potentially a huge moment, and when we talk about the battle for the bike, especially in the entry-level segment, right, Parikshit? You know, before we play out Mr. Rajiv Bajaj's soundbite on the issue, I just want to get your perspective. You've been tracking this for so long, and I think this is not just India's first CNG bike. Maybe I think it's the first global such product, right? Now, in an era where everyone's talking about EV transition, here comes a CNG bike looking at a completely different, cycle of disruption. Very quickly, 30 seconds, how you look at it, and then we'll play out what Mr. Rajiv Bajaj has to say.
Well, this could be extremely important. There are at least 6 or 7 geographies that Bajaj Auto is closely looking at which have a significant CNG penetration. Look at India itself. CNG is such a popular fuel. According to ratings agency ICRA, they believe that the CNG penetration in India could increase to 18% by 2027, and it could become the second most popular powertrain in the country. Having said that, this is a big untouched opportunity, so to say, and if it's successful, then it really gives Bajaj Auto the first mover advantage. And you're right, there is no CNG motorcycle in the world. Bajaj Auto will be the first, and it also gives them an opportunity to further increase their export footprint. Currently, you have an entire ICE portfolio that Bajaj Auto and other OEMs from India export. There are EVs which are exported as well. CNG would give Bajaj Auto an extra segment to export globally to 5 to 6 key markets, and maybe more depending on the CNG penetration. But for India, definitely it is a compelling proposition for the consumer, because it will bring down the average fuel cost and the running cost for him as well. And CNG is something that everyone is well aware of. There is no range anxiety that you would have with EV. Where do you charge? How do you keep? How will it perform in the rains? So you know that CNG has been in the country for many years. There is a good enough CNG penetration. The government has a plan of expanding the CNG fuel pumps very aggressively by 2030. So in terms of noises, CNG as an ecosystem is all set to stay. It will only grow further. The penetration of CNG three-wheelers, buses will grow, and possibly the two-wheeler segment could also grow as well. Currently, there are no CNG two-wheeler sales in the Vahan data. So therefore, there is any growth that the Bajaj Auto Group sees over here will only be good for the company and the auto industry altogether.
Within the calendar year 25, We hope to be the first in the world to launch such a motorcycle. But today I'm going to tell you we are so encouraged by the results we've seen from the testing that we are actually able to prepone that by a whole year. So within this calendar year 24, in the very near future.
That was Mr. Bajaj talking to us earlier. Thank you very much, Parikshit, for that comprehensive coverage. And you've got a busy day. You've got this potential JV in the making between M&M and Volkswagen. Then you have this really high-profile event. It is quite momentous for the reasons we discussed. So make sure you're hydrated and get in some food. And we'll touch base with you once the launch event happens. I think that's around 1:30. Thanks very much for joining in right now. Quick break. At this point in time, come back with market fundamentals. We'll have Amit Khurana from Daulat Capital joining in.